Today we will be opening the Sculpture Center. You will be able to use cardboard, brass fasteners, tape, glue sticks, tacky glue, a hole punch, scissors, feathers, pipe cleaners, and googly eyes. The scissors we use for cardboard are nice and strong, but we need to remember some scissor safety. Please make sure you hold them like this when you're passing them to someone or walking. There are so many sculpture artists. Here's a few that might inspire you. Chris Gilmore is a British artist who makes hyper-realistic sculptures using only cardboard and glue. New York-based artist Warren King has a talent for bringing cardboard to life, giving his figures expression and character. Through his art, he is trying to connect who he is with his culture. He likes his art to tell a story. Japanese artist Monomi Ono uses Amazon boxes to create highly detailed pieces inspired by pop culture. Ann Weber is an abstract artist in California who likes to show that life is a balancing act in her sculptures. A question always on her mind is, how far can I build this before it collapses? Let's look at some cardboard attachments to help you build today. The first attachment is called an insert. You do this with cardboard tubes. First, you trace one tube on top of the other. Then you can pinch the tube so you can make a little cut. That way you can fit your scissors inside the hole to cut it out. After you cut out the circle, you'll be able to fit the other tube inside. Now you have a strong attachment without even using tape or glue. Here are some ideas when using cardboard tubes. Notice how the artist decided to cover the cardboard tubes with colored construction paper. This looks awesome, and it really disguises the cardboard. The next attachment helps you to make movable pieces. So first you make a hole using the hole punch and 2 pieces of cardboard. Then you need a brass fastener that will fasten both of these pieces together. Put the brass fastener through the holes, then open the little legs so that they stay together, and now it can move. Here are some brass fastener ideas. The next technique is called the notch technique. You just make 2 small cuts in either piece of cardboard, and then they can fit together. This is another strong attachment without even using glue or tape. Here are some ideas that use the notch technique. Notice how this artist decided to color the cardboard to disguise the cardboard. Here the artist used the notch technique to add the legs to make the animals stand up. The next attachment technique is called an L brace. You need 2 pieces of cardboard, some paper, and some glue. Notice how I'm using the popsicle stick to get some of the glue onto the cardboard. Then I'm going to attach both together using a piece of paper. Now the pieces can move or stand. Here are some L brace ideas. Sometimes you may need a rounded edge on your sculptures, so to bend cardboard, you just kind of fold it little by little until the whole thing has been folded and now it can move and bend. You can also use tape in your sculptures. Here I'm using it as an L-brace, but it's a good idea to disguise the tape or hide it so that it doesn't show on the outside of your sculpture. You can actually collage right onto your sculpture to add color. You can also use oil pastel, twistables, or markers to add color to your cardboard sculptures. Your sculpture must be able to fit in this box. Relief sculptures are made with many layers to create depth. Artist Gabriel Scamma creates relief sculptures by using wood. He stacks layers of intricate designs that look like a kaleidoscope. Artist Duffy London also uses wood in her relief sculptures, and they almost look like a map. Artist Mark Langen uses cardboard to create his relief sculptures. Notice all the different textures that he has created. We will also be using cardboard today for our relief sculpture. Today you are going to need a cup of water and a brush, a glue stick, scissors, and cardboard. You will have corrugated cardboard that is made of lots of layers and is thick, and thin cardboard. Let's get started. To begin, you need one piece of cardboard that's going to be your base that you glue everything to. I am starting with the background first, and I will build out from there. I've decided to make some mountains for the background of my piece. Next, I will create the middle ground, which is going to be a hill. Now I can create the foreground, which is the one that's closest to us, on top of that. The technique I'm using here is called stacking, and it helps us to create a relief sculpture by layering pieces on top of each other. This creates depth. I've decided to add a tree to the foreground. Because the tree is closest to the viewer, it's going to be very large. But when I make the trees for the middle ground, they're going to be a bit smaller so that it creates the illusion like they are further away. I want to add some texture to my sculpture, so I'm going to put a light layer of water all over this piece of cardboard. This cardboard has many layers to it, so the water is going to help me to peel back one of the layers to reveal the awesome texture that's underneath. Notice that I haven't glued anything down yet, so that I can arrange and rearrange things as much as I want. Then once I'm ready, I will add glue. Here are some examples of relief sculptures. You can also use paper to create sculptures. To create a paper house or room, you just fold a paper into fours, cut to the middle, put glue on one of the squares, and then fold the paper over. You can also use different folding techniques to create a sculpture. Here I'm making an arch, a pinched arch, a curl, and a zigzag fold. Now it's your turn to create. What sculpture techniques will you explore today?